4 or 5 years ago, there were not that amount of emojis available nowadays. But it's really interesting, and it tells something about the power of images.
We don't have a common language in Europe, and it's always the question of communicating with each other. Emojis can be a big help.
It's a different way to attract people's attention and to try to communicate something, to have a different view on it.
Emoji is not empty. It's a canvas of something all the time. It might be misleading sometimes, it's very ambivalent, but there's already something there.
What I do today sometimes is that if I answer interviews, I still, behind every answer, I use one emoji to support the idea of what I'm talking about.
We thought it would be interesting to first collect things we want to explain, and then you create emojigrams. The power or the aspect of the whole project is actually while doing it, because when you just consume it, it's different than when you need to really decide which emoji am I taking.
It's a challenge to the one who is in front of it, and he has to decode. And art is about decoding. I have to understand what does the artist want to tell me? What is the idea behind it? To decode these kind of emoji art pieces is fascinating.
I mean, drawing is used sometimes as a form of therapy with teenagers or people that have experienced some sort of trauma. And I'm thinking this could be a really good tool to use with these groups.
It's a great exercise for teenagers with short attention span, and also about different perceptions we all have.
This should be used as an addition, but I would hate to see this type of pictograms replacing proper usage of language, because we should be encouraging young people to read more rather than encouraging them to cut down on the complications of language.
The meaning of the emojis to explain complex situation is quite difficult. But simply to use emojis to attract attention, it makes a lot of sense.
It's not just about racial diversity, we have religious diversity, we have gender diversity, and also political diversity.
We want to disrupt people's behavior, and we want to disrupt people's view on some things. We want to try to get them to have a different view. This is the idea of art. It's a different way of storytelling and have a different view. And in that regards, these emoji creations work fantastic. Really great.
I really look forward to take the topics we discussed today in a business context, because I think about communication, you always have so much potential to reach people, and therefore these new perspectives, I'm really looking forward to take them with me.
We learned a lot from each other. I learned also a lot about different positions and approaches to what we might use emojis for, and what chances are in this ambivalence, actually in the dialogue of it.